to know that we could have been killed is pretty scary.
Innocent people could have lost their lives over this.
It's outrageous. It's one of the most egregious cases that I've been made aware of, Larry.
Ask anyone in eastern New Mexico about the devious fraud scheme that impacted victims in places like Logan, San Juan, or Tucumcari, and folks around here will give an earful. At the center of this underhanded swindle is a fugitive sex offender, and behind the scenes, a popular elected official. The losses are staggering.
I worked hard all my life for what I've got, and he just took about $2,500 from me.
$4,200.
$5,000–6,000.
About $15,000 to $20,000.
Who is the mastermind behind this clever con game? Well, meet John Harley. John Harley showed up in these parts a few years back. He was a bit of a mystery man, but folks remember him as being friendly and well-liked. He could usually be found hanging out here at Ute Lake. Now, Harley was a handyman by trade. In fact, in Quay and Union County, John Harley was the go-to guy for furnace repairs and installation. John Harley sold more than 50 heating and air conditioning units all over eastern New Mexico. He installed expensive equipment in residential properties, businesses, churches, government buildings, as well as fraternal and civic organizations.
How many of Mr. Harley's installations were proper?
None.
Mike Unthank is superintendent of the State Regulation and Licensing Department.
What was Mr. Harley's qualifications to do furnace installation?
Absolutely none whatsoever.
It was actually sucking carbon monoxide into the bedroom, which was pretty scary.
Retired banker John Burson and his wife Beverly hired John Harley to install a furnace at their summer home in Logan. It was only later that they found the installation shoddy, dangerous, and illegal. A state inspector took one look at the furnace and red tagged it.
He said it was the worst installation he had ever seen. And he even said, we're lucky to be alive.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
He said if we would have been up there in the wintertime, he said we would not be alive.
The Bursons had to remove the $5,000 furnace and buy a new one. John Harley had disappeared.
I'm real mad, for the loss of the money. But more than that, that he put our lives in danger. Has no respect for a human life.
Do you feel cheated here?
Absolutely.
Logan businessman Barry Phillips paid Harley $4,200 to install a heater and air conditioner at his wife's accounting business. It was a disaster.
I mean, my building could have burnt down. Somebody could have got electrocuted. The wiring was absolutely a mess. The Freon leaks out there were a mess. It was totally inadequate.
It's not a manufactured home furnace. It's made for a house.
So you're out all that money?
Yeah.
Logan retiree Randy Hargrove's loss was $2,500.
He had it vented completely wrong, and the drain line wasn't hooked up underneath, so the water from the air conditioner was running under my trailer instead of out, and there wasn't a place to put a filter.
San Juan businessman Marlon Terry's loss was close to $20,000 after he hired John Harley to install 4 furnaces.
When the LP gas people come, they said the heater was improperly installed and that it was sucking carbon monoxide back into the home instead of going on out through the roof.
Today, the equipment Marlon bought from John Harley sits in storage.
Totally incompetent. And the incompetency is based upon the fact that our inspection team has looked at a number of these installations, and the errors that have been made in those installations lead us absolutely to believe the person had no idea what they were doing.
In fact, New Mexico's flim-flam furnace man is a fraud. John Harley doesn't have a contractor's license. He doesn't even have a driver's license. What he does have, however, is a felony conviction for sexual battery in Tennessee. Now, he fled that state years ago, and he's been on the run ever since. Lately, he's been hiding out here in Quay County. Besides bilking dozens upon dozens of area homeowners, Harley cheated the Amistad Church, the House Baptist Church, the San Juan Assembly of God, the Logan Church of Christ, even the American Legion. And John Harley did not act alone. He had an accomplice.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Meet his honor, Logan Mayor David Babb. That's right, one of the town's most respected citizens was John Harley's silent business partner.
Our citizens have been put at significant risk by unethical activity, both on the part of, I hate to say it, Mayor Babb, and an unlicensed person.
Documents show most of the furnaces installed by Harley were purchased from the manufacturer by Mayor Babb, who is a licensed electrical contractor. When the mayor bungled the installation of a gas furnace at the Nixon Ranch outside Naravisa, he cheated the homeowners out of $1,700. And when Logan City Hall, Fire Department, Senior Center, and Medical Clinic ended up with illegal furnace installations, the mayor admits he was involved.
For Mr. Harley and Mr. Babb to be involved in a scheme where they installed furnaces illegally in mobile homes, what do you have to say about that, Mike?
Well, it's outrageous.
Mayor Babb says John Harley was a fishing buddy. The mayor says he was duped and admits he used poor judgment. But he says he's not a crook.
What do you want your friends and neighbors here in this community to know about what's happened? What do you want them to know?
They know who I'm at. I've been here 30 years. It was not a deliberate act. It wasn't intended to hurt anybody.
State regulators are now seeking to put David Babb out of the contracting business for, quote, aiding and abetting an unlicensed person. As for John Harley, well, he disappeared this summer shortly after his conviction in a Union County court. He remains a fugitive today.
If you're able to get Mr. Harley on the phone, what would you like to say today?
I probably shouldn't say anything to you about how I'd feel about it.
Yes, I've got a few things I'd like to say to him, but probably wouldn't do to repeat.
I'd probably make a citizen's arrest.
My problem, I trust everybody, but everybody's been fair with me, mostly,
Except John Harley.
John Harley, yeah.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.